the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
let's continue our chat here.
Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida?
Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts. We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences. After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages. I've already tried that, but all the key members of the Academia, even the core of 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're wary of me.
Have you already caught the sage's attention?
I'm guessing not yet, but distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me. In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly. No way, that's too risky.
You mean it'd be too easy to get caught?
No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives. Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing?
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru! Are we really out of ideas? Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in suspense, spill the beans already!
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal.
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously.
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people involved, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages.
You're saying we should recruit a spy? That does sound like it could work. Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Al-Haytham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back. They probably aren't in cahoots.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Sataria?
Sataria? Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing behind the Grand Sage of the Academia? We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeated itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilou.
I've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Sataria has always stood out from the crowd. She was born in the desert, and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the Academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Sataria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light. Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver, Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
From the sound of it, Sataria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right? She's just running away from her problems.
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. She can't deny her part in their schemes anymore. Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Sataria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance. To prepare, let's go check out some of her favorite spots and have a quick chat with a few of the vendors there. This should be Sataria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
So should we ask the fortune teller about Sataria?
No, I already have enough information on Sataria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics.
Talking style and key characteristics?
My poor lost lambs, have you become troubled over your fates? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Huh? Really? Nagita, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh! My friend here has some doubts regarding her future. Can we get a fortune reading for her?
Of course, of course. In that case... It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Love prospects? No problem at all. The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. One who is fated to cross your path will appear on... Huh? So many people will fall for you. How could that be? Harut! Marut! Did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd.
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune-telling you've ever done.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
If you were to bring some food offerings for Hart and Mart on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of fate.
Is this another one of Sataria's favorite stalls?
Yep. It belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Samari City, so she still comes by whenever she has time. When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret. And I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice! You're making a living doing something you love!
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough Mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
I see. We wish him peace and happiness in his retirement. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are sure to meet your every need.
This should be our final stop. Sataria is always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the Academia. So she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything!
It's my duty to protect Samari's citizens, after all.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right! I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent. But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars. And I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams.
What an admirable spirit for learning! Amazing!
Sure. But you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've heard of it.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
I see. Guess that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chishan.
Thank you so much. As long as I can make it into the academia as an official student, I'll be happy.
So, was that everybody?
Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces should be enough for Sataria.
What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Sataria face her problems.
Sataria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibilities. I remember you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormuz are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of King Deshret. Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be Sataria's soft spot.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! You want to take advantage of the guilt Sataria feels about her homeland. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages. So, how do we set that up?
Well, King Deshret is long gone, and Sataria is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks. If we simply engaged her under the guise of King Deshret's believers, she would definitely be wary of us, and we may not get anywhere. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different.
So, you mean you're going to possess those people we just talked to?
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply they've already converted to the faith of King Deshret, and then convey our made-up will of King Deshret. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sataria for sure. She'll never guess that we had anything to do with it.
So that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them.
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Huh? Best of luck? But we don't know how to possess anyone.
That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing an Akasha terminal, the effect will basically be as if you've possessed them yourself.
Huh. That is pretty convenient. But why does she have to do this? Can't you do it yourself?
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Catherine.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now, I probably should just accept it and push on.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone, and we'll only be borrowing them for a little while anyway.
Alright, then let's give it a go tomorrow afternoon.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
わっぱではないか。ちょうど良いところに来た。わらわのところに面白い小説があってな。何時らも読んでみぬか。ほう、わらわに聞きたいことか。なんじゃ。
実はさっきってあれ、ミコ今忙しいのか？
別に大したことではない。
八重宮司様、大したことないだなんて。お願いします。どうか私の兄をお助けください。
まあ本当に大したことではないのじゃが、何時らが気になるというのなら、こやつにもう一度説明させよう。
お二方は宮司様と交友のある方とお見受けします。どうか宮司様に私の兄を救っていただくよう説得していただけないでしょうか。申し遅れました。私は加藤陽平というものです。私の兄慎吾は剣術家を志しており、かつては明鏡止水流の師範である土門さんの弟子として従事していたこともあります。しかし剣の道には向いていないと土門さんに言われ、兄は見向きもされませんでした。そのことがよほど悔しかったのでしょう。それからというもの、兄は鍛錬を重ね、つい先日土門の愛弟子との試合に勝利して自身の腕を証明したのです。ただそれ以降、兄はまるで人が変わったかのように様子がおかしくなりました。医者にも診てもらいましたが原因は分からず、まさか邪気に取りつかれたのではないかと思い、宮司様に相談しに来たのです。
邪気などそうめったにあるものではない。汝の兄はかねてより抱いていた目的を果たしたことで心が空っぽになったのじゃろう。それも人の差がというものじゃ。わらわの見立てではそのまま何日か放っておけば勝手に治るはずじゃ。
いえ宮司様、それは違います。その目で直接見ていただければきっとわかるはずです。あれは絶対に目的を果たしたからとかそういった理由でなるような状態ではないと。は
あ、わかったわかった。では聞くが、汝の兄はいつ土門の弟子と勝負したんじゃ。
確か5日ほど前です。
5日前か。
ですので兄がおかしくなってからもうだいぶ日が経っています。私は心配で心配で。私と兄の最大の願いはいつか土門さんのような立派な流派を作ることです。私たちの夢がこのような形で崩れ去ってしまうなどとても耐えられません。
まあ待て、汝は兄を助けたいのか、それとも夢を叶えて流派を作りたいのか、どっちなんじゃ。
それは同じことでは。
最近何かおかしな噂を聞いたことはないか。もし心当たりがあったらわらわに話してみよ
う。噂を聞いていません。
そうか、それは残念じゃな。
宮司様、話をすり替えようとするのはおやめください。兄の命に関わることなんです。どうかお力添えを。
ミコ、この人声が震えてるし、お兄さんの方も深刻そうだぞ。手伝ってやれよ。
はあ、そうじゃな。ならばこうしよう。
ミコ、手伝ってやるんだな。
その加藤なんとか兵とやら、実はこの2人の客人はわらわと旧知の中でな、こういったことを解決する専門家なんじゃ。邪を払うなどお手の物じゃぞ。
本当ですか。
なんじゃその疑うような言い方は。助けを求められたからふさわしい人物を紹介してやったというのに、よもや信用できぬとでも言うのか。
いえ、信じます。宮司様がそうおっしゃるのでしたらもちろん信じますとも。お二方とも感謝いたします。私についてきてください。
おい、何考えてんだよミコ。 じゃあ払うなんてことをオイラたちにできるわけないだろ。
問題はない。じゃあを払うなぞ。塩を一つまみしてから適当に何か唱え、それを一息に巻けばいいだけじゃ。娯楽小説でもよくあるじゃろ。大事なのは物語の主人公がそう言えば大抵の問題は解決する。じゃがあの者のことを心配しておるのはナチュラじゃろ。それをわらわに押し付けようとするのはいかがなものかの。それにナンジラが鳴神大社を訪れたのはわらわに聞きたいことがあったからだったはず。多少はわらわのために誠意を見せてくれても良いのではないか。
なんだか釈然としないけど、妙に説得力があるな。
さあさあ、早く行くんじゃ。それに心配はいらぬ。わらわもついて行ってやろう。
わかった。じゃあ傭兵のお兄さんのところに行ってみよう。一体どうしたんだろうな。ミコが何を考えてるのかわからないけど、なんか傭兵のことに興味なさそうだ。おまじないのことを聞くのは後にしよう。まずは人助けだ。それが終わってからまた聞いてみようぜ。
これはどういうことでしょう。兄は数日前からこの辺りでよく瞑想するようになったのですが、今日は姿が見当たりません。
瞑想？
はい。土門の弟子に勝った後、いきなりそのような日課ができたのです。よく一人でここに座り、独り言をつぶやいていました。正直言うと、その姿がかなり不気味で、今はそんなことを言っている場合ではありませんでした。あのような状態だというのに、兄は一体どこへ。
それは確かに問題じゃな。もし汝の兄が見つからなければ邪を払うこともできぬ。加藤なんとか兵よ、こうなっては仕方あるまい。まずは汝の兄を見つけてくるのじゃ。ついでに邪気払いに使用する塩も用意してくれ。
わかりました。すぐに行ってまいります。ミコ、
オイラたちはどうすればいいんだ。人探しを手伝わなくていいのか。
構わぬ。この時間を利用して共に辺りを散策してみるのも良いじゃろう。 あの兄弟のことを聞いてみたら何か面白いことがわかるやもしれぬぞ。
こんにちは。オイラたち、加藤兄弟のことについて聞きたいんだけど、何か知らないか？
借金の取り立てですか。それでしたら、傭兵が弟子を取ったらすぐに返せると言っていましたが。
借金の取り立て？いやいや、誤解だ。でも、弟子を取ったらってことは、オイラたちの知ってる傭兵とシンゴのことっぽいな。二人とも細々とした生活を送ってたみたいだな。
細々？ああ、そうなるのも当然のことかと。あの兄弟は何をするにもやる気がなく、いつも好き勝手していましたので。
でも、傭兵はお兄さんが剣術家になりたくて、土門のところに弟子入りしたって言ってたけど。
確かにそんなこともありました。シンゴがあまりにもしつこいから、土門が一度弟子入りを受け入れたんです。しかしそんなすごい死を持ったにもかかわらず、シンゴは毎日怠け、鍛錬をおろそかにしていました。それを見かねた土門はシンゴを破門にしたのです。ただシンゴは土門に見る目がないと逆恨みし、彼の弟子と勝負をするなどと言い出しました。
なんでそんなことを？
実に面白い。その当事者である弟は悔しい思いをした兄は鍛錬を重ね、土門の愛弟子との試合に勝利し、その腕を証明したなどと言っておったが。
傭兵がそう言ったのですか？鍛錬を重ねるなど全くもって嘘です。毎日ゴロゴロと横になり、ただ愚痴をこぼすのが鍛錬だとでも言うのでしょうか。しかし傭兵は確かにシンゴが試合に勝ったと言っていたような気もします。私はそれを真に受けなかったので真偽は定かではありませんが。そうだ、村の入り口にいる検事なら知っているかもしれません。彼は情報通ですので。
こんにちは。加藤兄弟について何か知らないか？
ああ、シンゴと傭兵のことだな。
そうそう。そのシンゴがこの前土門の愛弟子を倒したって聞いたんだけど、それって本当なのか？
本当だよ。彼らは自分たちの門派を作ろうとしてるんだ。まさか君たちそれに入門するため来たのかい？
そういうわけじゃないんだけど、その勝負について詳しく知りたいんだ。
ああ、それなら俺が適任だ。俺はあの勝負をこの目で見ていたからな。最初明鏡止水流に挑むなんて聞いた時は冗談かと思ったよ。だがシンゴが刀を抜いた瞬間、まるで人が変わったかのようだった。あの剣はまるで流れる水のように滑らかで、それでありながら豪快だった。土門の弟子も決して弱くはなかったんだが、全く歯が立たない様子でな。
シンゴってそんなに強いのか？
ああ、試合に勝った後、素晴らしい剣術だ、こんなに清々しいのは久しぶりだと大声で言っていたな。
他には何かないか？シンゴの性格が昔と比べ大きく変わったと聞いたが。
前よりも勤勉になったかな。昔は一日中横になって日向ぼっこしてたのに。それに昨日村長のために木の伐採を手伝っているのを見た。3人がかりで終わらないような仕事をあいつは半日で終わらせてたよ。それから一蹴りでスミレウリの木を倒してもいたな。
ほう、それはすごい。
だがこの間妙なことがあったんだ。村長が豆腐を差し入れに持ってきたところ、なんだそれ、俺に近づけるなとか言って一目散に走り去っていくことがあってね。
宮司様、それにお二方ともここにいたんですね。兄を見つけました。滝の方にいます。塩も手に入れましたのでついてきてください。
もっと面白い話を聞きたかったのじゃが、見つかったのなら行くとするか。やっやってと